Hi everybody. I'm just setting myself up. Sorry I'm so late. I've had a bit of a mare with technology this evening. I went to charge my phone and decided to do an update, so I'm a bit late. So I hope you can all still make it. I've got something new for you this evening. I'm enjoying using some of the new product from the January to June mini catalogue. So I've got a new stamp set for you tonight, a fun technique and a fab colour combination. So I hope you'll enjoy it. This is actually my favourite stamp set in the new catalogue. So I hope you enjoy it. Debbie, you look cold. I do look cold. I am freezing. It's really cold out here this evening and I've not been able to get warm today. I think it's the news from yesterday has hit home. Yeah, so a bit of an odd day here. I hope everyone is okay. So as always, I will pause the video, swap my view around so you can see my desk, and then we will get started. Hope you're all sitting comfortably. And away we go. So bear with me, guys. Okay, so you should now all be able to see my desk. Well, a little part of my desk anyway. I can see I've got my iPad here, so I should be able to see comments as we go. So feel free to say hi, talk along with me, and let's enjoy some time together. So I'm using this new stamp set called Pretty Perennials. It's a brand new stamp set in the January to June mini catalogue, and it's been designed by a $1 million seller, so it's bound to be a popular one. When you receive your catalogues, for those of you that haven't got them already, you'll find it on page 31, and it's lovely. I'm rather obsessed with it. So what I love about this stamp set is all the different images you have, the gorgeous sentiments, and then of course we have some matching dies that go with it. I'm not going to use the dies this evening. I'm going to save those for another time because I want to show you just how wonderful this stamp set is on its own. But these are the dies that you can buy with them as part of the bundle, and there's some great outline dies and there's some great detailed dies that you can use to really bring your projects to life. But I'm not going to use those tonight. I just wanted to show you that there is that as an option as well. So this stamp set, it's a photopolymer stamp set, which means it's see-through images, see-through stamps, and it's a distinctive stamp set. So these two images here, these 4 images, there's a little bit of texture in them when you stamp. So I have chosen a really fun colour combination for this stamp set. We've just had Christmas, we've just been in the midst of Christmas crafting, so I'm really going to mix it up and bring us some colour. So I've got Magenta Madness, I've got Daffodil Delight, I've got Highland Heather, I've got my trusty old Pumpkin Pie, Coastal Cabana, and Granny Apple Green. So I'm not quite sure you could get a brighter colour combination, and I'm also going to chuck in some black because black goes with everything. And it is my signature colour. So we're going to start by thinking about how we're going to create our project. So what I'm going to do is all I'm going to have tonight is a piece of Whisper White cardstock. Okay, and I'm going to trim this down into 4 individual pieces. So a little bit like a one sheet wonder, but I'm just going to cut it first. Okay, so I'm going to trim this down. Our card fronts will be 10.5 centimetres by 14.9. So I'm just going to take off 3 millimetres. So I'm going to cut 2 strips that are 10.2 centimetres wide. Which leaves this teeny tiny little strip. And then we're going to take it down to 14.6. So just taking off 3 mil both times. So we've got another little strip, and then we'll do the same here. So this is actually going to make 4 cards, either 4 cards, card front, sorry, or it will make 2 cards in its entirety. I'm going to make 4 because I think we could all do with the distraction right now. So I've got my 4 individual card bases, and I'm going to start with this happy stamp. Okay, so I'm going to stamp those in, what colour should we go for? Let's go for Magenta Madness, because it is the happiest colour and I love it. So all we're going to do to start, ink up our stamp, and then on the right hand side, I'm just going to check that's okay, because I was using navy before and I know I've cleaned it, but let's just make sure. There we are, lots of happy there. So I'm going to park my stamp kind of towards the right hand side, and I'm going to stamp happy. Okay, now you'll find there, so I haven't got a great stamped image there, it's a little bit faded towards the bottom. So what I'm actually doing wrong is I'm not using a stamping mat. Because this is a photopolymer stamp, it's always best to have a stamping mat underneath your card when you stamp. That gives you a real, you just get a clearer image. There we have it. So that's a lot better, because you've got a little bit of give there to stamp against. Okay, so we'll just stamp all 4 of these. Love that. And then last one we'll do like so. Beautiful. I'm going to stick with that stamp for the time being, and I'm going to add some detailed flowers in. So I'm going to start with the biggest. When I'm doing something like this, I always start with the biggest image and then work my way down. Now because we're going to stamp over the edge, I'm going to put my stamping mat underneath my grid paper so that it doesn't mark the stamping mat. I've just got something on here that I'm just going to remove. That's better. And I'm going to quite literally just stamp a few of these at random. I think we'll go with 3, like so. This stamp set, I'm actually going to use this in one of my classes. I think this is going to be my March, no, this is my January class. So keep an eye out for details of that. And as always with my classes, you have the option to have it just as a kit. You have the option to buy it with the stamp set, or you have the option to buy it as to have it with the bundle. So lots of different choice there. Okay, so there we have it. And I think we're done with our ink pad now. And the next colour I'm going to move on to is my Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to go to the next size image. And I'm going to add a few little yellow flowers around. 1, 2, and I'm not adding too many of those actually. And then we have a really sweet little image. We have this little stem here with these lovely berries on top. So I'm going to stamp that stem in basic black. And the stem is here. And just make sure to leave enough room for those berries to go on. You could always stamp the berries first if you wasn't sure. Okay. Like so. And then I'm going to stamp the berries with Coastal Cabana, which is here. Just going to look out. So they go on like so. Okay. lining that up. So that's quite a cute little image there. And this stamp set would work with any combination of colours. So if you're more of a subtles fan or you like the regals, then it would really work with whatever colours you chose. Oh, I didn't do the stems on that one. Oops. Excellent. And I have blueberries stamped on my desk. Excellent. And this is a great way of making lots of different designs all at once. You could use this with the Stamparatus if you wanted to have everything looking the same, or to keep things quite simple you could just do what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to add in some leaves next, and with the leaves you have these two images. You have the outline and then you have the infill stamp. So I'm going to start with the outline, and I'm going to add the outline to these lovely yellow flowers. And every time I add a colour I think, oh yeah, that looks better, that's coming together now. Okay. That's it. And actually I've got nothing over here, so we need to do something about that, but we'll do that shortly. And then to infill those leaves, all I'm going to do, I'm going to ink up my infill stamp, I'm going to stamp onto my grid paper, and then I'm going to add that to there like so. So that gives us a lighter tone of that granny apple green. Okay, over there. That's it. It's quite therapeutic doing this stamping actually. It's just what I need. Okay, so that's our little flowers starting to come together. Now, there are some extra stamps in this set, like this one here, and I'm going to use that to stamp the middle, the centre of our pink flowers. Okay, so ink that up nicely. I think my memento needs re-inking. And then all of a sudden the look changes. So let me know if you prefer the flowers with or without the black centre. It's always nice to have a little poll to see what people think. There's quite a few different centres that you can use on these flowers. That's it. Lots of people joining tonight that I can see. I hope you're all safe and well. If you're here in the UK, I hope you're not too badly affected by the update yesterday. Okay, so now these black stems of these berries are starting to come together because we've got those extra details on those other flowers. Okay, so lastly I'm going to add, there's a teeny tiny little dot here, and I'm going to add that to my yellow flowers, and I'm going to do this with orange because we haven't used orange yet. I haven't used Highland Heather either. That's it. So it's just bringing in more colour, more details, and that's what I love about this stamp set. There's so many options with creating your images, changing the look of the flowers, and then obviously you've got the dies that go with it as well. But I'm going to save those to use tomorrow evening for my live. Okay, Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add another yellow flower to this, because we've got this gap here. That's good. So that's just filled that gap nicely, and we can add another leaf in as well. Who doesn't love a little bit of repetitive stamping on a Sunday night? It's cold and horrible here at the moment. That's it. And then our leaves again. So we'll do our outline first. I'm going to add that leaf up there. That's it. So let's have a look. I'm just going to check the comments. Lots of people saying pretty colours. Like the black centres, lovely. I thought this one would be a little hit with you all. And then our centre of our, that's it. Stamp off. The stamping off is a great technique because it just gives you just a different tone of that colour that you're using. So much choice. Okay, and then lastly I'm going to bring in our purple Highland heather, and I've got this cute little, I'm going to use this little stamp now. I'm just going to add a few of those kind of in and around. Adding 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's do a third there. 3. Just using the edge of the leaves as well for this. 1, 2. Let's put him down there. Okay. And then for the centre of that one, I'm going to stamp in black, and I'm going to use those 3 little dots that we've used on the yellow. Denise has put, I love this, I so need this stamp set. Sharon's put, anyone would be happy to receive this card, especially now. I know, it's a bit of a rotten time here. Big blow yesterday, wasn't it? So just add our little dots to our centre. I still don't think I've processed it actually. I think my mind is still trying to get my head around it all. We've tried not to really say much to the girls because I don't really think they kind of understand anyway. So for those of you that aren't in the UK, we found out yesterday that here in Kent there's a new strain of coronavirus that is spreading a lot quicker, a lot faster. It's not more lethal as far as they know, but they have basically said that we can't gather at Christmas. So yeah, strange old day yesterday. We found out yesterday at about 4:30. So I'm still not sure how I feel, but hey, we're happy, we're healthy, we're doing okay, so that's the main thing, isn't it? So we have that there like that, and I just want to break up some of that background, that white background. And this is where my little trusty stamping blend comes in. Okay. We have to be strong, we sure do, Sharon. So I'm just breaking up that background with a little bit of ink splashing, and I'm just using a dark smoky slate blend for this. so. And I just think it takes away some of that real stark white look. Okay, they found it in Italy as well. Oh, such a shame. It does feel never ending at the moment, doesn't it? Oh dear. But hey, Bill Bailey won Strictly, so life could be worse. Who else was really happy with that? I thought it was amazing that he won. Thoroughly deserved it. And he's such a happy chap, isn't he? Right, so I'm going to make my card bases now using thick Whisper White. And I'm going to score at 10.5 centimetres. I'm going to turn and cut at 14.9. Okay. Hi to Courtney, who's just joined us. Hope you are safe and well, Courtney. We're just making some non-Christmas cards with some new product from the January to June mini catalogue. I'm using my favourite stamp set, the Pretty Perennials one. So I've cut my card bases. Sharon loved that Bill won. I think so many people were in Bill's corner cheering him on. He was wonderful. And what I liked, actually, so many of the other contestants have actually reached out on social media and said that they wanted him to win and have been really, really happy for him, or seem so, which has been lovely. So we can now add these to the front of our card, like so. Okay, and I'm going to add that with some Seal Plus this is, so this is the extra strength one. Courtney just got your catalogue yesterday. Oh, Courtney, what do you think? Let me know what your highlight is so far. My catalogue should be with me this week, so they'll start going out to customers. If I can get them out before Christmas, I will. I should be able to. It's not like I can go anywhere else. So a little trip to the post office will be quite nice this week. Everything's printed to go with them, so hopefully they will be with you ladies just after Christmas. And I have my annual catalogue, not my annual catalogue, my new catalogue launch party. It's happening through Zoom, and that's on the 9th of January. There is a make and take, so you'll get a little, when you sign up, you'll get a little make and take package sent to you. There's going to be a catalogue walkthrough, there's going to be live demonstrations, a little bit of fun, chance to win a mini Stampin' cut and emboss machine, and of course your chance to place an order. Right, so we're getting there now. Our cards are starting to look pretty fab. So with this stamp set, you obviously have the main happy sentiment, and then you have happy mail, love happy mail, happy for you, happy birthday, you make me happy, and sending lots of happy. And I think I'm going to use you make me, or sending lots of happy. Let's do sending lots of happy, because I think we all need that right now, don't we? Okay, so let's just take one of our stamps off the block. And I'm going to, I actually think if we stamp that on our card, we're going to lose it. So actually, I'm going to stamp and heat emboss. So I'm just going to grab my heat emboss tool, my heat tool even. Bits I need. And I'm going to stamp, I'm going to emboss with a Whisper White. I'm just going to pop all those over there. I've got a Bussing Buddy Versamark tool, and I want some black cardstock, so let's just get some black. Now let's see if that sentiment will fit inside there. Might do. we'll give that a whirl. Right, so the first things first, we are going to use our embossing buddy. Just take off all that static that could be there. What, no fussy cutting? Might be. We've still got a chance to do some fussy cutting. So we've got sending lots of, we want to stamp this 4 times. So just stamping with Versamark. Versamark is a sticky ink pad, so you can't really see it. No, you can't see it at all really. And then dip it in our powder, give it a little tap, and then we have white words on black paper. Now that is really powdery, so if we touch that, the powder will fall away. So we're going to use our heat tool to just set that powder. This will take a moment, but you'll see that turn shining and really bright, and that means it's set. Here we have it starting to go now, so you can just see that changing. I think the black and white is really going to make that sentiment just pop really nicely. Love a bit of heat embossing. Put that down there. Okay, so now we should be able to use this punch, and we can to just pop that out. This punch is really useful. This is a classic label punch, and it's great for using with. Oh, that's stuck. It's great for using with kind of strips of sentiments. Easier. She says, come on, punch. Oh, it's that M there that it's getting caught on. So 2, 3, and then the last one is up over here. Okay, so put that punch to one side, and now we have sending lots of. Now I don't actually like that banner end, so I'm just going to snip that away, and we can pop that on. These cards are quite flat actually, so I'm going to keep them that way. I don't want to add too much detail at all. Like so. So they're really flat, but they're a great little note card. You could even, if you wanted to, make a little box to put those in to give away as a gift or sell, or just to showcase how gorgeous these products are. There you have it. A little bit of fussy cutting, simple fussy cutting today, Courtney. Nothing too strenuous on the brain. There we have it. And then the last one. I love that that's sending lots of fits in that little bit of happy there. How clever is that? So there we have our 4 cards for you this evening. Really bright, really different to what we've been working with recently. What I would do is I would just put another little gem on there. Just a little gem for a little bit of bling. These are the frosted epoxy drops. They come in a pack. You have frosted and clear, and I think they're lovely. It's a bit of subtle bling. Okay, and there we have our 4 simple stamping cards with the new Pretty Perennials stamp set. So that stamp set is available from the 5th of January in the new January to June mini catalogue. There are dies that come with it as part of the bundle, Pretty Perennials dies. There's lots of outline dies, and there are some detailed dies to use as extras. I will use these tomorrow evening, which will be my next live. So same time tomorrow at 8:30, and see what we do with these dies that go with the stamp set. So that's it for me this evening, guys. Thank you so much to everyone who's hopped on and joined me and had a little chat and escaped from the world. I've really enjoyed your company, so thanks very much. Have any questions about the products or techniques I've used, drop me a message, happy to help. And I hope to speak to you all very, very soon. So look after yourselves, guys, and take care. Cheerio, bye.